Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make a granny stitch lap shorts. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you will love this tutorial and you'll be able to make one of your own in whatever size. So the materials that you will need is a size 4 either acrylic or cotton yarn. I have acrylic here, and this yarn I actually got it from Walmart. And you will also need your 4.0 millimeter, sorry, your 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. You will need a darning needle and also your scissors, and most importantly you will need a measuring tape. So guys, let's jump in the video. So guys, this is a square that we will be working with today. This is what the pattern is. So to make your short, you will need a total of 4 big squares. And for the inner tie, you will need 2 small squares. But for whatever size that you are making, you're going to make sure that your small square is measured 6 by 6 inches. Now, this is a size 4 yarn. So I did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows to make this square, and this is measured 6 by 6. So I can show you. So there it is. So it will be the same for each side. And so now what you're gonna do is you are gonna make sure that you do your hip measurement. So whatever amount that you get, you're gonna minus 10 from that amount. So for this shorts, it is 46 inches in for the hip size, so I minus 10 from that 46, which will leave me back with a total of 36 inches. Now for that 36 inches, we're going to divide that by 2, and once you divide that by 2, you will get 18. So your big square should measure 18 inches in width. So what I did for this square, I did a total of 16 rows, and after my 16 rows, I then added on the side of the square to make it be 18. So I can show you. So from here to here, it is measured 18 inches in width. And from the top to the bottom here, it is actually measuring 15. You're not, oops, I'm falling off. So let me just turn it this way. Yeah, so this is measuring 15.5 inches. If you don't want your shorts to be that long, you can do less rows in the inner part and add on the sides. So again, you will need a total of 4 squares, and whatever number your hip measurement is, you will minus 10 inches from that, and whatever you get, then you will divide that by 2. So I am going to start making the inner square. So I'm just going to show you how to do your basic granny square if you don't know how to. So we're going to make a magic ring. You can make your magic ring however. So I have my ring here. Now I'm going to chain up 3. Now you're going to yarn over, go back into the ring, and you are going to make 1 double crochet, go back into the ring again, and you're going to make another double crochet. And that is a cluster of 3. Now you're going to chain 2. You're going to yarn over, go back into the ring, and you're going to do another cluster of 3 double crochet. So you should have a total of 4 clusters of double crochets, followed by a chain 2 in between. So chain 2, repeat this all the way around until you get to 4 clusters and your chain 2 space, and I'll meet back with you. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and now I'm going to chain 1 and 2. I'm going to pull on my tail end to close the center up. Now that I have done so, we are going to slip stitch on top of our first double crochet here, and that is a chain up 3. So now that we have done so, there's a little tiny square. We're going to chain up 3, turn your work, yarn over, go into that chain 2 space, and you're going to place 2 more double crochets. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. So that's 3 double crochet there. Now that you have your 3 double crochet, you will chain 1 and go over to the next chain 2 space, and into that space you will do 3 double crochet, chain up 2, followed by 3 more double crochet to complete that corner. So this is half of the corner that we just did here. So I'm chaining 2, yarning over, go back into that same space and complete my corner by placing 3 more double crochets. Chain 1, go over to the next space, and we're just going to repeat the same thing. 3 double crochet, chain up 2, 3 more double crochet in the same space. Repeat that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. Guys, and now I have come to the end, and if you notice closely, the chain 3 that we did here, it's kind of synced down, but don't worry about it. So what we will do is we will slip stitch into the second double crochet here. So we're gonna chain 2, and then we will slip stitch here. So you will for the color part, so you would have completed the black now, so you will just slip stitch here and chain 1 and fasten off, and then you will rejoin your next color, which is the red, into any one of these corners, and you will just repeat the same thing over and over and over until you get to the end. So because I am not changing color here, what I will do is I will just go ahead and slip stitch, chain up 3, turn, yarn over, and I will go into that same space and place 2 more double crochet. And if you notice, I am only doing one side of our corner, just as I did before. And now going forward, I don't have to actually do a chain 1 in between, but if you want to continue doing the chain 1 in between, you can go ahead and do so. So what that does really, it actually opened the stitch up a little bit. So for the white part of my work, I actually chain 1 in between to open those stitches up. So if you want to do that, you can, but if you want to do it for the entire square by chaining 1 each time you make a cluster, you can do so. That is optional. This is just the way how I did mine. I did these without the chain 1 space, and then the white part I did with the chain 1 space. So I am just going to continue doing this until I get to my 6th row. You will continue to do this until you get to your desired amount of row. For the size that I am making, you will do a total of 16 rows. So you will do 6 rows of here would be 8 rows, sorry, yeah, 8 rows of the colors. So 2 black, 2 red, 2 yellow, and 2 green. So you will just complete this part. Once you're done there, reattach your yarn always in the corner of your square, so that you don't get that chain up looking, and it will just make like a joining in your work, because I've done it before and I've seen where it literally looks like you can see where the stitch joining in like into the work, and I don't want to have that. So make sure that you rejoin your yarn each time into the corner. So I will see you at the end, guys. And now I have come to the end here, and we're just gonna go ahead and fasten off. So you can leave a little tail end like about that amount. And if you notice that your square looks like cave in like this, don't worry about it. If you do it exactly how I did it, once you go like this, it will just lay flat. So you did not do anything wrong if you notice that your squares start to like cave in. So now we are going to weave in our tail end. And if you notice what I did for my last round, I actually just made my corner. So I did my chain of 3, then 2 more double crochet, chain 2, and then my 3 double crochet here to finish this corner here. So I finished the corner. I did not do it the exact same way how I did the other rows, and the reason for that is because I am finishing here, so I just decided that I wanted to have a nice clean finish. So what you will do is you will insert your needle into both loops on this side, and then into the back loop on the other side, and pull through, and that will give you a nice clean finish for your square. So what I will do is I'll just go through, because this is on the wrong side and I finish off on the wrong side. so I want to weave in my tail end on the wrong side as well. So I'm just going to take my time and go into the stitches, go all the way down, and then across underneath. So take your time when you're doing this, make sure that it is not showing on the other side. And once you think that it is good enough, then you can go ahead and fasten off, which I'm going to do now. So now it leaves you to where we will be joining our squares. So I will be putting that on the screen so you can see what it will look like. So you will lay your square nice and flat on wherever you want to lay it down, on the floor or on your bed or on your sofa, wherever. So now we are going to get our square, and you're going to make sure that the right side is facing downward, and I'm going to put that on the screen so you will see the layout. And then the wrong side is facing upward, so you will go like this when you're doing your sewing. And you can either use your hook or your needle to do this, and I'm going to use my hook. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into this first stitch here. Guys, now I have my square lined up with each other, so I'm going to go ahead and use my hook to pull through, and I'm going to do a slip stitch and then a tie. Okay, so now that is secured. We are now going to do some slip stitches. So I am going to go through both loops. So I have a double crochet that is laying flat here, so I'm just going to go inside of that double crochet and place a slip stitch and into the chain 2 space, and into this space I'm just going to go under, and I have a stitch here, and I'm going to go through both loops. And into the remaining clusters that are matching up with each other, we're just going to go ahead and slip stitches, do some slip stitches into both loops on each side. So going into each stitch and make your slip stitches. So I'm going to continue doing that all the way until I get to the top. Once I get to the top here, I am going to fasten off. If you want to use a stitch marker just to hold your work in place, you can go ahead and do so. And just continue doing your slip stitches. You can go underneath here, or you can go into the stitch. I'm just going to go here, slip stitch all the way to the end. Once you're there, fasten off and get your next big square, add it to this side, and you will just repeat the same thing and do the same on your other square as well. So I'll see it. Now I have come to the end of attaching my small square to my larger squares, and now what we're going to do is we're going to flip our work over to the right side of our square, and I already went ahead and attached my yarn, so I'm just going to chain up 3. So now that I have chained 3, I am going to go ahead and single crochet into this space that is available here. You're going to chain up 3 again, and you're going to skip over that double crochet that is laying flat, and you're going to go into the space. Sorry. So now we are at where we have our cluster. So you're going to skip 1, 2 into the 3rd stitch. You're going to you're going to chain up 3, and then skip 2, go into the 3rd, and make a single crochet. And with your chain 1 space here, you're just not going to pay it any mind, you're just going to go over that. So chain up 3 again, skip 1, 2 into the 3rd, double crochet, make a single crochet, chain up 3, skip 1, 2 into the 3rd double crochet, single crochet. And you're going to repeat that all the way until you get to the end. Once you reach here, if it's going to be an issue, I'll just meet back with you where we have our joining here. Guys, now I have come to where our joining is, or close to that. So we're just going to chain up 3 again, skip over a double crochet that is here. If you have double crochets there, which you should, you're going to go into the space and make a single crochet, chain 1, 2, and 3. And this is a double crochet here, so what we're gonna do is we are going to skip over that completely and go into that chain 2 space here. Then you're gonna chain up 3, and you're gonna go over 1, 2, and go into this space here and make your single crochet, chain up 3, and just repeat that all the way over until you get to the end, and I'll see you there. Guys, now I have come to the end there, and I am gonna go ahead into my last stitch. I am going to do a single crochet, and that completes the end of the shorts. Now you're gonna chain 1 and fasten off, and I'm gonna show you how to lay your shorts together, or you lay your panels together. So guys, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that your square is facing down like this and the right side is facing upward, and then you're gonna get your next square and you're gonna lay the right side facing towards this one. And once you have placed them, okay, so now what you're gonna do is you are gonna sew from here, go all the way up, so like a U shape. So you will sew just as I showed you how to sew here. You're gonna repeat the same thing on this side. So sew from here, go all the way up. So guys, and now I have come to the end of sewing our shorts up. This is my tail end here, and it looks like a big blob. Doesn't look like anything, but what you're gonna do is you are gonna take this side and this side, and you're gonna fold them together just like this, and you're gonna grab the next panel, which is the bottom one, and you're gonna grab the other one on the other side, and you're gonna turn it over, and there it is. So this is what our shorts look like. This is the crotch area here, and this is where we're basically done making the shorts. It looks crazy, but don't worry about it, it will come into play. So remember, it's a wrap shorts. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna work on the string. So we're gonna work on the top of the shorts here, and I will show you how to wear it. So I am gonna move on to the next phase of making the string for the top of the shorts here. So guys, what we're gonna do now is we are gonna make our chains. So I am gonna start with the chains first, and then I will attach it onto the shorts. So you're gonna do it for the front panel and you're gonna do it for the back panel. So I'm gonna show you first and how to do it. So I am just gonna go ahead and make some chains. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna make because I want this to be long enough to do like a crisscross kind of tie. So I will let you know how many chains that I do on the screen. Guys, now I have come to the end of making my chains, and I did 130 chains, and when I do the measurement, that is measured 30 inches in length. So now we are going to go ahead and join our string here. So where you have this double crochet that is laying flat, where you have the cluster, you are going to be doing some half double crochets. So you're going to yarn over and make sure you hold your yarn, insert your hook just like this, pull up a loop, yarn over. You have 3 loops on the hook. You're going to pull through all 3. You're going to yarn over again, go back into that same space and make another half double crochet. And where you have the double crochets that are laying flat, you're just going to go ahead and make 2 half double crochets there. Let me just redo this. So double crochet again, laying flat, 2 half double crochets. And now we come to where we have our double crochet, sorry, or corner here, you're just going to yarn over and place 1 half double crochet there, and into each stitches you're just going to place 1 half double crochet, and you are not going to work into the chain 1 spaces. So you're going to skip over those and just continue to make your half double crochets on top of the double crochets. So skip over this chain 1 and go to the next stitch and place your half double crochet. Continue to do that all the way until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, you will chain up 130 and then work your way all back down, but I will meet you there once I'm there. So guys, now I am back to the end of making my single crochets. I have 1 remaining here. So now we're going to turn our work, and into that first stitch we're going to yarn over and place a half double crochet, and you're just basically going to half double crochet all the way across until you get to the end. You will go ahead and half double crochet on these chains until you get to the end, and I will meet you back there. So the same thing that you do for this side of the shorts, this first panel, you will do the same thing for the other panel. So continue to do this all the way, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I'm just making my last single crochet here, and our string is now completed. This is the thickness of what I was going for, and that's where I will stop. So I'm just going to chain 1, fasten off here, and I went ahead and I did the other side as well. So if you have not done so, you can go ahead and make the other side, the strings for the other side. So to weave in this part, what I will do, I will turn it to the back. So before I do that, I'm just going to go over into this stitch here, just like that, and kind of come through on this side. Kind of just want to have it like a ball edge, like that, and then I'll just take my time and weave in the remainder. Make sure that it is not showing on this side. And then I can fasten off, and I'll do the same for this one as well. I'll just go ahead and weave in the back here. So I'm going to do that, and I'll meet back with you. As I went ahead and finished weaving in my tail end, and you can go ahead weave in all your tail ends that you will have on your shorts. So guys, this is the end. It is quite big, so you're not able to see everything, but as I showed you before, what it looks like. So I will show you how to wear the shorts, as it looks like a big blob right now, but I will show you how to work it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I will be putting in the description box more information about this tutorial, so make sure you check that out. Thanks again for watching, guys, and also please go ahead and like the videos, guys. YouTube tends to push the videos out more when you like the video, so please do go ahead and like the videos, share, comment, tell me what you think, and again, thanks again for watching. Until next time, bye.